Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. I'm in Sam's HQ for the week. It's a fucking mess, mate. Actually, it's not that bad.
It's not a mess at all.
It's not that bad. Nice trainer selection on the floor there.
Yeah, good trainer selection. We're just talking about me being quite badly stitched up. And I'm sure you'll see it tomorrow in small talk, but it's all kind of dawned on me that it was a massive stitch up. Basically, I walked in and they said, Sam, we need to get your thoughts on something. You're going to quite like it for the ego. So I sits down and they give me this big board with my face on it. And then there's like a load of other people, Brian Peters, Sonny Edwards, Anthony Joshua, Frank Smith, Eddie Hearn. And I've come second in this, right? And I thought it was so believable, right?
What's the thing? Best looking men at
No, not best looking man. I'd have won it. Basically, most influential in matchroom boxing or something along those lines.
Right, and who's put this list together?
It was obviously a fake list, and I come second, right, in the list, and they've got me to sign this board. And I'm thinking, like, in fact, I'm just thinking it's hilarious that I've beat Frank Smith. In the fact that Frank's the CEO of the company, I just think it's hilarious that I've seen it. So I've rung him, I've FaceTimed him, giving him a load of shit, and they've filmed me doing it. The sign, it's going to be quite epic, to be fair. And to be fair,
there was for Fight Pass members. There was a public vote on your favourite people at Matchroom the other day.
Yeah,
and you were in the.
Was I in there?
Yeah,
that's hilarious. So, I probably finished like 11th or something like that. But I never thought I'd get done and stitched up. Like, do you know how Diamante was stitched up and Parsons was stitched up? I thought, because I like to think I'm quite sharp, but I thought it was half believable. So I've been absolutely done, hook, line, and sinker.
By the way, can I just say, for one, I've landed in Belfast at midday. I'm out the loop. And two, you don't even know this for sure, by the way.
No, I know it for sure. I know it for 100% facts. It's all dawned on me.
Sam,
there wasn't enough.
Charlie Parsons, is my best friend who does small talk. I don't know about it.
Charlie Parsons has literally sworn on his mother's life that I've not been stitched up, that he knows nothing about it. Absolute bollocks. I've looked right into his eyes and none of them can keep a straight face. I've just rang Frank Smith there and he's just like, I said, swear. I said, swear. He was like, he was like me at Regis Prograde with the right hand to God, with the right hand to God thing. I was thinking, flipping heck. But no, it'll be. I'm sure they'll air it tomorrow, and it'll be pretty hilarious, to be fair. But yeah, it's all good. You take it on the chin. They've done me there, which is pretty good. Whoever orchestrated it, like, done it perfectly as well, because I thought it was half believable.
Mate, I think you're going to tinfoil hat conspiracy.
Oh no, there's no conspiracy. I'm letting you know. I am 100% convinced that they've stitched me up, and it's going to come out tomorrow, because there's been not enough outrage about me being number 2.
I don't think it's public knowledge, this list yet.
No, it's not public knowledge.
So where's the outrage coming from then?
There was no outrage coming from, just like with that. Frank Smith wasn't annoyed enough that I was number 2.
I don't think Frank's like that.
Yeah, but it depends. Do you know, it's now he's been a part of stitching me up. The price is going up on all these fights we're making now. So just so if you're watching, Frank, all the fights are going up by 50%.
7 figures from McCormack.
7. Conor, I want 7 figures for Pat McCormack against Conor Walker.
Let's talk about Pat McCormack the other day, by the way. Absolutely faultless.
Yeah,
there's one thing being sharp between rounds 1 and 4, but he was sharp throughout the whole thing.
Pat, and also, I think people aren't giving him enough credit for the actual win. Like, Para is a really good fighter. Split decision loss against Gearsov. Was it Gearsov? Yeah. He's a really tough man, and Pat McCormack absolutely battered him, didn't he? So yeah, Pat looks like a generational talent. Amazing. He always has been very, very gifted fighter, even from the amateurs, like decorated amateur. Yeah, brilliant fighter.
In terms of the Conor Walker fight, now this is something I wanted to ask you, because I remember you saying about the momentum that Conor's now got behind him.
Yeah.
He's built this little journey.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pat, undefeated, looks like he's on his way to the top.
Yeah.
One of their journeys will, I don't want to say fall or crumble, but one of them will have a stop in it if they're to fight each other, unless it's a barnstorming draw. But one of the journeys will halt. is that not something that's quite difficult for you to take? Because you've taken your time in building Conor to where he should be.
No, listen to me, right? It's like anything. Conor believes he can win the fight. And look, coming off the run that he's on, you couldn't argue against him. Do you know what I mean? Like, Pat McCormack will go into that fight a massive, massive favourite. And probably rightfully so as well. He's a decorated amateur. He's looked faultless as a professional. And Conor's lost a few times. But one thing's for certain. If Pat McCormack was to beat Conor Walker, he will have to earn every second of it in the ring, because Conor Walker is not just going to roll over. If the fight is to be made, by the way, Frank Smith's going to have to get his wallet out. He's not going to just roll over and award him a belt that Conor Walker's worked his whole life for.
Yeah. Any timeline as such?
Yeah, end of November.
I know Conor will be itching to get in the ring.
Yeah.
Immediately
Excuse
after.
Excuse me. Yeah, but I'd say end of November. End of November.
Okay, I like that. Pat Brown this week.
Yeah.
How's your relationship?
He was in on it as well, the arsehole. He's in on this.
Oh, right. Do you know what, Sam? You're fucking sending yourself insane.
Absolutely not. He's in on it as well, definitely.
I was about to ask you how your relationship's blossomed, but guess what? You think Pat's turned on you?
No, definitely not. Yeah, he's turned on me. Pat Brown has turned on me. He knows he was in on it. Definitely, I can see it in his face. He's in on it. But other than that, our relationship's brilliant. He's other than being a part of stitching me up, our relationship's great. He's got a tough fight against that Augustine on Saturday, who is actually like from local and he's managed by Mark Dunlop, and they fancied the job. So it's going to be a really, really good fight, good test for Pat on Saturday.
Yeah. Where do you think Pat goes in 2026, providing all good?
What, titles?
All
yeah, we want to
good.
win. He wants to win titles on Saturday.
Okay.
Well, not on Saturday. On next year, Pat Brown will be a part of title fights. He's moving into 10 rounders after this.
Okay, exciting. Jack Catterall, we haven't spoken about this personally. I know you've said some bits here and there. Did you see the split with Jamie and Nigel coming?
No, but at the same time, Jack has been with Jamie and Nigel for 9 years, and they've got like Nigel's best man at Jack's wedding. So it's like it's a sensitive topic, if that makes sense. And when people say, "Oh, fallouts and stuff," there's been no fallout whatsoever. Like Jack, Jamie and Nigel, they're close. They will always remain friends. But Jack feels the need to take himself out of his comfort zone and kind of what's the word? Kind of go back to feel like the contender mode, and he wants to take himself away from his home.
Feel like he's starting again, maybe.
A bit of that, but at the same time, Jack, he's 32 years old, and we just all have to respect his decision. Sorry.
Here we go. Turkey.
No. Wish it was.
Yeah, in terms of that split, so it's not like, and you know, I'm not saying you can't learn, but at 32, the fact he's a world level, elite level fighter.
Yeah.
No one's going to take the reins of Jack Catterall and change him and make him completely different.
No, definitely
so is
not.
it a mental thing more than a physical?
Yeah, I think a bit of that as well. But look, Jack wants to get better, and he just wants to get the best out of himself on this. Not say final chapter of his career, because he's only a fresh 32-year-old.
But it could be an 8-fight final chapter.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what he wants to do, and that's what's got to be respected.
Something's bugging you.
No, not at all.
You're worried about this potential stitch up, aren't you?
Oh, no, you can't be worried about what is.
I know there's news going around about Bomac, potentially.
It's not Bomac.
Okay. But he will be going stateside?
Possibly, but it isn't Bomac.
Yeah. I know it's not your decision, but have you put your bit in and said,
I've given my opinion.
Beneficial, or
I've given my...
this better be a fucking good fight that you're making.
Yeah. A couple of good fights.
Okay. We'll talk about them after.
Yeah.
So but have you said like stateside would be...
No, that's Jack's decision. Okay. Jack will announce who he's training with, where he's going, in a few days' time.
Okay, and that phone was ringing because it's Dubois against I saw Adelaide came round online.
Oh,
I don't think that would make sense
that
for
fight's
either.
not happening. That fight's not happening.
What was the meeting with Mr. Warren like?
Yeah, good.
One a couple of weeks
yeah,
ago.
good. It's just about what they're going to do next with Daniel. Daniel had a little injury as well that he has to take care of, but Daniel's going to be back maybe before the end of the year. But he'll be straight back into a big fight.
Yeah, Frank said to me he's going to be someone top 10.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't go backwards now. Like he's there in his world level, former world heavyweight champion. It's big fights only.
Yeah, will he be headlining his own show?
Don't know. Don't know.
Something you're not letting on? Or?
No, not at all. Like we don't know, but like Daniel's only going to be involved in big fights. But for example, when I say I don't know, it's like, for example, if he's on a Riyadh season card, he might not headline it. It might just be a big super card, you know. But you'd imagine Daniel would be either a headline or very high up on the card because of his profile. Yeah.
How did it actually come about, you and Daniel? Like genuinely, what was the first move?
His dad gave me a call.
Okay.
And that was that, and the rest was history.
Yeah. Had you met Stan before?
Yeah. Okay. I met him in the build-up between Joe Joyce, in the Joe Joyce fight.
Did you talk properly in that build-up? Or was it just kind of in passing? Like?
Yeah, but in passing, but we've always I've always had his number in my phone. And we've shared a few messages here and there, and yeah, we've been in contact.
Did you think you'd end up working together at some point? Do you look at certain fighters now even? It's not sound stupid, who could be with someone else?
Yeah.
Do you look at certain ones and go, I know we're going to work together?
No, not that I know we work together. I look at some fighters and think, I'd be good for him.
Okay. And what is it about Daniel Dubois that you'd be good for, do you think? Is it something that needs... I don't
know. I feel like I offer a lot to Daniel, to be fair. But we'll see. You never know. Like, listen, I'm not deluded enough to think that in boxing, you never know. It might last the fight. It might last till the end of his career. Might not even get to the next fight.
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Like the meme. Do you know that meme in The Simpsons when they walk in and he puts the hat on the thing and kind of circles back
Sam
out?
Jones and Daniel Dubois.
Yeah. But no, I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I get on well with his dad. I get on well with Dan.
Is there like a character to know underneath that perhaps we wouldn't know in the media?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I feel like we only see... I feel like I know a lot of the boxers from being around them that the fans might not know. But I feel like I know what the fans know with Daniel. Very kind of... Just perhaps the one Daniel that we all see without knowing the...
Yeah, Daniel's a shy kid, isn't he? He's a shy kid, lovely kid, and just likes to fight. So that's him. You're never going to get loads out of Daniel Dubois on camera. I think Daniel's at his best when he's like, he doesn't realise he's being funny. That's when you're getting Daniel at his authentic best. Like with the Baby Miller thing, it just came out randomly. The killing sheeps in Africa, that was it, mate. Brilliant, hilarious.
Do you know when it was the build-up for Dan and Joe?
Yeah.
Did you think that Dan was kind of not marketed wrong, that sounds so bad, but like, I don't know, there's the silent killer Daniel Dubois, and then there's the one like, let's try and prod him and force him to make him say stuff.
because they were trying.
Then he come out with the comments about Marvel, and it was like...
No, because we was trying to build the fight. Because Joe, not a big talker. Daniel, not a big talker. And you've got Frank Warren there, who promotes them both. But we had to play a role in that fight. Like, Frank Warren got stick in that because he's like, oh, he's backing Daniel. Like, no, the whole plan, there was a plan. Like, we not a plan, but like we had to build the fight that way, where it was kind of me and Joe versus Frank and Daniel, because it was the best commercial way to build the fight and make it as big as possible. And I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah. It's a shame that fight never happened in front of a crowd, because it deserved a crowd. Do you know what I mean? It was a really good fight at the time when everyone was so excited, and then COVID hit and kind of ballsed it up. And then they fought in that Church Hall, yeah.
It was that fight and Yard Arthur back-to-back.
Yeah. Yard boxed the week after, didn't he?
Yeah. All right, from the sofa, wasn't it? Am I boring you, Sam?
Not at all. Sorry, tired today.
Yeah. Conor Benn, Chris Eubank.
Yeah.
All guns blazing ahead of...
Yeah, I can't wait for the fight. Listen, I've given my opinion. I thought Conor would win the first time, and I think he'll win the second time. I think that... Look, Chris is a tough man. Tough man. Hard to beat. I just feel like in that last fight, it took a lot more out of Chris than it did out of Conor.
It took way more out of Chris.
It took a lot more out of Chris than it did of Conor, and I just feel Conor's going to be the fresher man in there. But look, it's a great fight. I'm sure it will just take off from round 13 again.
Did you watch Conor on Sky?
Yeah.
Did he seem different now time's passed from the first fight?
Not really. Not really. Conor's Conor, isn't he?
Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that like he's got the maddest of respect for Eubank and he's going to start to like the guy on the side, but it seemed like he was a lot calmer about the rivalry and he really appreciated the first fight despite the fact
absolutely, because Conor's learnt a lot. That was Conor's first world level fight, really. So, and it's not I mean, against somebody who is, listen, there's a lot of emphasis on Chris Eubank. Oh, he's got to make super middleweight, right? Or middleweight, whatever he's making. Conor Benn, have you seen when he weighed himself? He's starting camp on weight. Like, Conor's not a big man. He's a small guy. And he's fighting somebody who is a lot bigger than him. People aren't giving Conor enough credit that the fact that he is fighting somebody that is considerably bigger than him in the fight, giving away size, strength, everything. And he's doing it for, like, of course he's getting handsomely paid for it, but he's doing it for the fans' entertainment. And he put on an amazing performance against Eubank, came up short, which he's accepted. He's not made excuses. He's just said, look, I was too emotional in the fight. Next fight will be different. So let's see who wins.
Yeah. Talking of, well, the reason why we're here is obviously Crocker against Donovan, right? And if you speak to Eddie, his whole thing is that the winner of this will be in huge fights. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Conor Benn. Either men, right, so let's say we'll start with Lewis Crocker. If Lewis Crocker's to beat Paddy Donovan, who would be favourite out of him and Conor Benn?
Out of who?
Conor Benn and Lewis Crocker.
Conor Benn would be the favourite.
If Paddy was to beat Lewis, who would be favourite, Conor or Paddy?
I don't know, because Paddy's a very good fighter, so the bookies, I don't know. Depends. If Conor Benn irons out Chris Eubank, Conor Benn would probably go in as the favourite. Or if he lost or he drew or I don't know against Chris Eubank, then Donovan would go in the favourite. It's a pick and fight, but Conor's got the power to chin anybody, especially at welterweight.
Yeah. What do you make of what we're going to get on Saturday?
I don't know. I feel like Crocker can't really, I say respectfully, can't be any worse than what he was on the first time around. Hopefully Billy Nelson and Crocker have put together a better game plan than the first time, because the first one he was just comprehensively outboxed and stopped, wasn't he, really? I know it was, it was controversial, because that's why we're getting a controversy sells, which is the reason why this fight's happening at a football stadium. It should be really good. I'm looking forward to it. I just hope it's a competitive fight. I don't want to see a one-sided beatdown. I want to see
You think that's a possibility, though?
Yeah, of course. Donovan's a great fighter. And Crocker's a very good fighter as well. But going off the last performance, you've got to make Donovan a massive favourite.
Yeah. Do you like Parker Wardley?
Parker Wardley, yeah, good fight.
Okay. I mean, Parker goes in obviously heavy favourite,
Yeah,
but
going as a favourite.
There's a route for Fabio Wardley to do what he done against.
He's got that wilder type switch your lights out power, ain't he? So you've got to be, and Parker can be hurt. He's got a good chin, but he has shown he can be hurt in fights. And when Wardley hits you, you usually stay hit. So it's a good, intriguing heavyweight fight. Looking forward to it. So
we could end up with Oleksandr Usyk against Fabio Wardley.
Yeah,
for a white collar fight, it's insanity for a white collar
personally,
fighter.
I don't think Usyk fights the winner of that fight.
Okay.
I think he'll fight probably Tyson Fury and then sail off into the sunset.
So you think it's going to be Fury?
Yeah, I would say so. 'Cause it's the money fight for Usyk in the fight. Usyk's not going to... I don't believe there's enough money, with the greatest of respect to a Wardley or a Parker, there's not enough money in that for him to fight the winner of that fight.
What did you feel when you saw that Riyadh Season said we're kind of removing our interest in Usyk Parker? Because Joseph Parker's resurgence, his 3 big wins, Zhang, Bakoli and Wilder, have been on Riyadh Season cards.
Yeah.
So did you think it was a little bit of like probably a kick in the teeth?
Yeah, I understand it a little bit, because they just want to make they want to make the biggest fights.
Is that a bigger fight than Moses Usyk though? Parker and Usyk?
I don't know, because people would be so interested in that fight because you'd be so intrigued by that fight, because Moses is so young and fought nowhere near at that level, but he looks to be one of the only people who has the skill set, the speed to kind of compete with Usyk. Because let's be honest, Usyk's just better than everybody in the effort. He just is, isn't he?
He's proven it.
He is. He's the number one by some distance, right? So it's like, who's left to give him those problems. Beat Daniel twice, beat AJ twice, beat Fury twice. Like, what more does he have to keep doing? I say this respectfully. I don't really understand what he's still doing. Like, he's 38 years old.
Do you think he might be, I don't want to use the words hanging on, waiting for a fight in Ukraine?
I don't know. I really don't know, but he's just... And if that is what he's doing, then fair play to him, because he's completed boxing and he is the undisputed number one heavyweight of this era. So, and I think Usyk could live in any era, but me personally, I'm just like, what is he doing? Like, if I'm like his brother, or he's like someone that's like close to him, I'll be like, mate, it's just
nothing to prove.
Nothing to prove anymore, mate. You've done it. Let's let somebody else. Let's go and do something else. Let's go and enjoy the fruits of your labour.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Final one was, Carl Froch and Darren Till.
Yeah.
Do you know what, that story, yeah? Because obviously we look at online trends and what's going well and what the title videos.
I think I would look forward to the build-up more than I would
Till
the fight.
is actually like, Darren fought, won. Froch Till since then has just consistently been still one of the biggest stories for the last 2-3 weeks. Like, there's no denying that something is probably prodding Carl to go, fuck, should I do this? Do you think?
I don't know, because Carl's been out the ring for 10 years, hasn't he? Probably longer.
I asked this to Sonny earlier, so I'll see what you say first. If there was a blank check, what would be the lowest amount that Carl Froch would get in the ring for?
I think... trying to remember how much he got offered for the Chavez fight, which was about, I can't actually remember, 6 or 7 million, something like that. I don't know. He's probably going to want in and around that.
Sonny said 15.
No,
15 Carl's in the ring, right?
Yeah, for 15 million, Carl Froch he's putting his gum shield. He's going to go and buy a gum shield, and that's it. He'll be in the ring. But anywhere between 5 to 10 million, I think that's what Carl will be wanting. I don't think anything less than 5 million.
What would happen in that fight?
No idea, because Darren Till can actually fight. He can actually fight. Like, you only got to look at that combination. He's also a fucking raving lunatic where you don't know what you're going to get with him. The unpredictability of Darren Till, but forget all of that about him being a lunatic. He can actually fight. Like, he's a very capable boxer, which is the reason why he's just demolishing everybody in that space right now. I don't know, because it depends what Carl Froch has left, because look how Carl Froch is an all-time great. I don't know. I honestly don't know, because Froch has clearly looked after himself, but you can't buy ring sharpness and being off for so long. And Till's been active. I don't know. Would I watch it? Definitely. I'd probably want to go to it and
You'd
sit.
be there. You'd be in promoters' row, Sam. We know
I'd
that.
probably want to go and watch it, but yeah, I honestly don't know what would happen. I really don't know. But would I be interested in watching it? Yeah, absolutely. I'm lying if I said I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see it. Hopefully. All right, signing out with, what was it? Matchroom's second.
Yeah, number two. That I've been completely stitched. It's complete fabrication.
Right, can I have a rundown of the list, because I genuinely don't know.
Can't remember the list, but all I know
Eddie's
is
definitely number. Well,
Eddie's number one.
Even if, by the way, they didn't vote Eddie as number one, Matchroom was number one anyway, just to make sure that even if he comes second in the voting, so technically you're first.
Yeah. So Eddie came number one. I came number two. Frank Smith was number three. I can't remember who was number four. All I know is, and Jamie Ward was in it as well. He must have been on it as well. Yeah, no, Jamie Ward was in on the prank.
Oh, I thought you meant he's in the top 10.
No, yeah, he was, but they're all in on it. It's a fake list. It's a complete fake list. So yeah, I've been well and truly stitched up, but it's fair game, and I'm a good sport. We'll take it on the chin. It's not the first time. Nothing can ever surpass the right hand to God. So it is what it is, and it's.
I think you're playing yourself down.
It is what it is, mate.
I think it's real, but
no. The reason why I was so relaxed about it, because I thought it was believable. I thought it was believable. So apart from the Frank Smith thing and then the AJ thing, I can't.
AJ.
By the way,
I forgot.
Let's speak about the AJ situation. That boxing news list.
Oh yeah.
Listen, call me arrogant or whatever. I'm not an arrogant person. I think you know me well enough. I'm not an arrogant person. However, I hold myself. I'm not an arrogant person. I don't believe I am. I've got time for everybody. But in a top 50 list, whether I'm fit, even if you put me at 50, I'm in the top 50, right? I'm in the top 50.
Did you look at some of the people in the 50? And
Keith Connolly wasn't even in the list. He's one of them. He's the most influential boxing manager, especially in the United States. Not in the list, right? So I was thinking, AJ at 49 is a fucking joke. By the way, the disrespect that Anthony Joshua receives, even when I got this fake list, but I was thinking it was believable because if AJ look at some of the people that was ahead of AJ in that boxing news list, so it's half believable that they'd put flipping someone like me above him in a top 10 list. But the disrespect that Anthony Joshua gets, he is still one of the most influential men in boxing, period. He can sell a stadium at a moment's notice against flipping Oscar Bevis.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So give Anthony Joshua some stick. Give Anthony Joshua some respect that he deserves, because he won't be around much longer. And I know, listen, Daniel, who I now work with, did what he did with AJ, but the fact of the matter is, Anthony Joshua carried British boxing on his back.
Not losses, we're talking about influence, not records. Influence.
But I'm talking about
the losses out,
influence as well.
Influence,
He has a successful management company who signed Olympians and your Lawrence Okolis and took them to world honours. That's influence in boxing. Selling a stadium out. If he boxed Jake Paul, it'd be the biggest fight. No matter, I know it upsets people. It would be the biggest fight in boxing history, right? Numbers wise, right? That is influence. The reason why his name gets used as a measuring stick, whether Jake Paul meant it or not, is because he carries so much weight and power in boxing. But no, people should tip their hats more to Anthony Joshua, because he's been amazing for not just British boxing, but boxing in general. He's still arguably the biggest name in the heavyweight division now, even coming off a heavy loss against Daniel Dubois. That's just what I'll say on it. So yeah, all jokes aside about me being absolutely slaughtered on Friday night on the small talk thing, Anthony Joshua deserves more respect.
Hey, fucking men. Just quickly, actually, on the boxing news list, have you messaged them and inquired about why you're You sent someone at boxing.
One of them messaged me saying that somebody wanted me and somebody didn't. But listen, the bottom line is, it should be done. Things like that should be done by a vote, in my opinion. All jokes aside, right? All jokes aside for the ego. It's good for the ego. It's good for the ego, being involved. But it's got to be a vote, because as soon as I saw AJ was at 49, I was thinking, I'm definitely not.
It takes the credibility out of the list.
It takes the credibility straight out of the list, because AJ is in top 10. He is. He's in top 10. So, but the reason why I wanted to mention the AJ thing is because it's people, honestly, that they don't understand. I don't think people realise what he has actually done for boxing in general. Never mind, even when I think it's when he retires, people realise how big of a superstar Anthony Joshua is. Because when people talk about who's the next superstar to come through to boxing, who do we want to bring through, and these names that are coming through, I don't think you understand AJ, Lucozade, Hugo Boss. AJ is a superstar. A bona fide superstar.
Not many boxers cross over to become A-listers.
This is what I mean.
There's probably three A-list boxers in this country.
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to say to you. Anthony Joshua is an A-lister, a complete A-lister, and the disrespect, that list. That's why I was of course, I thought I should be in that list. But the putting AJ at 49 is a complete fucking piss take. But yeah, all good. Thanks, Oscar.